So here is what I certainly know that 5781 is. Happy Rosh Hashanah, everyone who celebrates. Here is what 5781 is, or a glimpse of what God has told me about what to expect in 5781. A lot of us believers and the royal priesthood and saints all over the world have had our ordained destinies being meddled with and frustrated in this year. And God is not a God who's behind schedule or who will allow anything or anyone or any entity to get him behind schedule. And one of the things that God has told me about this year, that he has promised me about this year, is that if there's anything to expect, it is that there is the override. If there's anything you can expect, it's the override. Where there's a delay, God is going to send an override. Where there's a frustration, God is going to send an override. Where there is a block or some kind of embargo, God is going to override it because he needs to bring all of us into schedule of our God-ordained destinies. There's absolutely no way falling behind schedule is acceptable to God, and he's stepping into his full sovereignty right now, and he's overriding. I have seen things in the past couple of days just in my own family, with my own household, where certain things that were suddenly brought to us to frustrate us and were just resolved in a matter of no time at all. And because I'm a watchman, I'm like, are you speaking? Because I kept, telling God, I need you to speak to me about something this year, what to expect, what's going on, what's in your heart. Let me know the hidden things so that I too may know, and let me know what to do about the things that I see and the things that you show me, and what not to do about those things. And he started showing me, this incident happened twice. And when something happens more than once, you have to pay attention. Where a frustrating circumstances or happened in my household, but they were just solved within a few minutes. Our electricity was switched off, and we're told we hadn't paid our electric bill, and we had, but my husband took care of it. Our geyser burst, called, and it was taken care of. I mean, literally, the gentleman came here, and within 10 minutes they were out of here. And I said, what are you saying, God? He said, I said, I'm going to override. Besides the full restoration that I've promised, the abundance of restoration of all that the enemy has stolen from you, has killed, stolen, and destructed and destroyed in your life, the other thing that I'm doing is the reversal as well as the override that I am bringing into you. My royal priesthood is really one that is moving at an accelerated speed, because this year has not been some happenstance. It has been a year, it has been a war, it has been a fight with God, and it has been a fight with those that are with God. So, of course, our ordained destinies have been affected. Of course, our lives have been affected, and God is saying, don't worry. I will restore to the full until it overflows, as according to the word that says, the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But John 10:10b says, but I come that you may have life to the full until it overflows. When sin abounds, grace comes, and has already come to superabound, surpass, and swallow up the abounding of sin. So this is that year, and all of that is promised, and it's going to happen in an accelerated manner. Things will come up and they will be torn down in a matter of a very little time, so that you are no longer any further delayed in your God-ordained destiny and in your path, in your good paths, in your good life, in your good works, because God is not having it. God is going to have the last word, because everything that we see is created by God and is under his timetable and is on his timetable. And there is nothing that the enemy can do to change the order of times that will overcome God's plan. God has a plan. The enemy has plots. Plans are permanent. Plots are temporary. Don't forget that. So I just want you to know that that God is really not playing. He's not playing. And what you can expect in 5781 on top of restoration to the full, until there is abundance till overflow. Expect the override that will restore, therefore, the schedule of your destiny back to its rightful place according to God's schedule. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for continuing to stop by on this channel. I just had to drop by. Look, I'm looking raggedy. Well, not raggedy, but I didn't plan to come on here, but hopefully you can hear the message without getting overwhelmed with the presentation. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you very much. Please share if you think somebody else would benefit from hearing this. And if you have not subscribed yet and you really like what you keep seeing on this channel, please consider subscribing and hitting that notifications bell next to the subscribe button, so that every time I do upload, you are notified and you don't miss out on anything. If you'd like to know what messages God is saying, using me to speak out into the world.